good, YouTube? It's your boy Dgotsauce back with another video, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all viewership. I really do, man. Um, big day today. Big day today. I know it's been a little bit of a minute since I've been on live, but you know, I appreciate y'all viewership. I really do, but we gotta have this conversation today, man. Some big news has just dropped, and I want to give people the chance to actually come up and say how they feel about the situation as well. But Charlie Kirk has been shot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, if you guys follow his content at all, but he's been shot, and it does not look good. I'm gonna be honest with you. From what I've seen, it doesn't look good at all. So it's sad to say, but we might have lost another person in this world of life, by gun violence, and it's sad. It really is sad, man. So first of all, we gonna say this, man. Prayers up for Charlie Kirk and his family. You know, a lot of people think that this stuff is easy to do, and you know, you can just get up on a microphone and talk in front of people, and you know, you think that your voice is gonna be heard, and think that you guys have a movement. There's always somebody looking at you, trying to take you out, and that's the unfortunate part about a lot of this violence that's going on. It's really unfortunate. So I'm gonna copy this link, and I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat so people can come on. It's a Discord link if people are interested to come up and say what they have to say. But yeah, I'm gonna put this link in the chat so you guys can join if you guys want to say anything about it. All right, just do that. And thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Join the link. The link for this discussion. Alright, and then we're gonna pin this. And we're gonna get into it, man. If you guys do want to join, feel free. You guys can join up if you want to, just to have this conversation. It is going to be one at a time. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get into this. Let's get into it. Charlie Kirk, man. Charlie Kirk's been shot. We just gonna listen and see what's going on out here in these streets, man. What up, FGT4? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate your viewership, man. Charlie Kirk was a provocateur. He was someone who. All right, we just talking about what happened to Charlie Kirk, man. This is a big one. This is a big one, man. This is a big one. Again, you guys can join the Discord if you guys want to have live discussion about this. That was a core part of his political identity. He worked. It's tough, man. I don't think he's going to survive. I don't want to wish bad on him. I really don't. But man, from the shot, it's not looking good for Charlie, man. It's not looking good for Charlie at all. Of the modern political influencer. Perhaps at no time in our country have we had someone. We are not going to be here long. Through not holding elective office, not having the traditional pathway, and yet
carved out a voice and identity that, of course, brought many people along to his views.
But man, this is a big one today.
Vigorously opposed his ideas.
Let me know how y'all feel, man, about this. Let me know how y'all feeling.
Often challenging to the political, cultural divides that are in
He's dead, just confirmed. Had a feeling, bro. Had a feeling, bro. Had a feeling, man. That shot to the neck was. That shot to the neck was lethal.
Personal relationship between President Trump, his team, and Charlie Kirk, his wife,
Charlie Kirk is dead.
and so forth. So we have not yet had a
Charlie Kirk is dead, man.
The president, as far as I know, in the moments I've been waiting to speak with you here.
Crazy. He died, man. R.I.P. to Charlie Kirk, man. Y'all can call in if y'all want to. Let me know how y'all feel about this down in the comments. R.I.P. to Charlie.
Campus environment.
R.I.P. to Charlie, man. This is sad. This is very sad.
But that would, of course, diminish some of the lines of sight, would give some ideas about where they might have been able to try to learn more.
A lot of people too, man. I've been looking at some comments and, you know, trying to figure out how people are feeling about this situation. A lot of people are like, you know, they're cheering this violence and this stuff on. They're just cheering it on. They happy about this. Like, it's crazy, bro.
So, major questions.
It's crazy.
Who is responsible? Were there a person or
violence, deadly violence?
All of that yet to be identified. We have been in a season of political violence, Tom. In Minnesota, we saw the lawmakers at the state legislative level who were killed along with a spouse, another lawmaker wounded along with a spouse, and we have seen these attempts, including
sad, man. It's really, really sad. I'm not gonna lie.
Separately and unrelated, the trial is beginning, the jury selection phase for one of the assailants, Ryan Ruth, in the Florida case.
Charlie Kirk is dead, man. Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Some old head, that's who they had in custody. They're saying that they didn't have somebody at the same time too.
Both encouraged and provoked those to share ideas and violence.
See, suspect is still at large after shooting. So they don't even have the suspect yet, man. They don't even have the suspect. They have somebody, but they don't know if that's the actual shooter.
The assassination attempt on President Trump that came so very close, just inches away, as we all saw in the photos and the video, and as the president has described,
crazy, bro.
Assassination attempt on his life.
This is nuts, honestly. Yeah, I can't imagine, like, because Charlie Kirk's been around. He's been doing his thing for a minute. And, you know, popping up at universities, popping up at schools and different events, just, you know, spreading his message and spreading his movement, or the movement he chose to be a part of. And, you know, some people just hated it. They hated him. They hate the movement. They hate his guts. And they wanted to see him die. And this is unfortunate, man. This is very, very unfortunate. Like, this is just going to cause more violence. This is going to cause even more violence, man.
Certainly it was a largely friendly crowd. I mean, Utah, which is certainly conservative, a university-based, the kind of sort of group of followers who would know who Charlie Kirk is right off the bat.
Charlie Kirk is dead. Unbelievable, man.
In their social media,
unbelievable.
We have seen over time.
What I was saying is, I don't want to be into politics this much to where, I mean, I already probably have a target on my back, even though I'm a small YouTube channel, but I don't want to have this type of fame and this type of following to where there's a possibility that somebody's trying to take me out. It's probably going to come regardless with the territory, but like, seriously, man. As they were talking about gun violence too.
Long range kind of ability to assess a situation on the part of a gunman.
That's
or
tough,
a
man.
shooter.
That's
And
tough.
So there are so many questions to be filled out. But I think
Yeah.
there will certainly be a moment to again address what is the place of violence. Are our politics so poisonous that people cannot control the impulse to act out? Those are societal issues. Right now, we're still in the early fact gathering. There'll be a period
crazy,
of
man.
Acknowledging his life, those
Really
who will
is.
grieve his memory, and then what are the next steps?
Yeah, Kelly, stand by for us. I want to bring in former White House Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley.
This is gonna be this is gonna be the topic of the day, man. I
He was
mean,
on the House floor moments ago during a moment
shit.
of silence. Hogan, first, I am so sorry.
Charlie
for
Kirk,
your
man.
loss. You knew Charlie.
Like, he's one of the
Talk to me
biggest
about what you
conservative.
remember about him and what this
He gets
moment
shot
means
up
right
close
now.
for,
It's
or
so
from
incredibly
far,
sad for those people that
from
were
a
close to
building.
Charlie.
He got shot from a building.
Yeah, thanks.
It
Tom,
was a
for having
sniper
me.
rifle that shot him.
I remember working in the first Trump administration in the White House, and Charlie would come by, and we would all kind of look and say, "Who is this kid? What does he think he's doing? He's so ambitious.
A sniper
He's
rifle
so,
took him out.
Talented at this young age, and we all kind of gravitated toward him. We watched what he was doing with the youth across this country, not afraid to go into hostile areas and have a debate over ideas.
Literally debating people. That was his thing.
Altercations.
That was his thing.
Because that's what the country is all about, disagreeing. And he built a brand, he built an entity, he built a movement based on the ability to come together and have these sensible, honest conversations with statistics, with data. And just watching him do that, it was just awe-inspiring for someone like me who's been in this movement for such a long time, and to watch him at such a young age be able to capture the hearts and minds of so many across the country really was a blessing to me. I will tell you, we were texting just the other day, as you mentioned.
My boss walked up to me and showed me the video of the shooting on his phone. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it, honestly. Bro, this is nuts, Elijah.
So I was trying to plan a trip down to Oxford to be with
I didn't believe it either, man.
And now this happens today.
I'm getting text messages on my phone like, yo, you heard what happened to Charlie? I'm here like, nah, this can't be real, bro.
Who were left behind after this tragedy.
Can't be real, right?
I'm also filled with rage.
He's just having conversation. He's not even like, he's not even Roddy Raw. He's not in your face. He's not like,
politically. We don't know the motivation.
this is, this,
They didn't like Charlie.
he's just debating
There's
people,
no place for political violence.
trying to make this place a better place.
Grotesque is vile.
But no, somebody had to take it into their hands, and
as Kelly said,
Charlie Kirk, man, R.I.P.
Wait to see more information.
R.I.P. It's crazy.
Right now, I think a lot of people are in shock. A lot of people are angry. A lot of
You
people
just found out about it 2 minutes ago. It's freaking
Hogan,
crazy. Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you never
MD.
get in the mind of somebody who would
Yeah,
want to
MD.
assassinate a political figure, a public figure, right?
Like-
Likely they have some type of issues. What was it
Come
you think
on,
about
man.
Charlie that would compel
We got to do
someone
better.
to do this in the sense
We got to
that,
do better,
like I
honestly.
said,
There's way
Kelly,
too
he was
much,
not
man.
elected.
Way too
He
much.
had never held political office, but he had a huge platform. Millions
Way
of
too
followers
much
on
evil
social
out here in
media.
these streets, man.
He's not a household name. If you're not really into politics, you likely don't know who Charlie Kirk is. And maybe even if you're not into Republican politics, you have never heard of him. We know him because we work in this space. You work with him closely, as you had said. But what do you think it was about Charlie that would have prompted somebody to do something as vile and as violent as this?
Well, there's
Let's hear
nothing
this.
about Charlie that would, should, or could push somebody to do something like this. That is unacceptable, regardless of your thoughts of his policies or his positions. There is no excuse, there is no reason, there is no rationale for this behavior in any form or fashion. I don't care what Charlie Kirk said, what he did, no excuse for this at all. And what
I think we all agree. I mean, majority of us agree, man. We don't want to see nobody die.
ratchet it up. You brought this up at the beginning of the segment. We had a former president.
He's a young guy too, man. He had a lot of potential, man. He had a huge following. Huge following.
Shot in year, and then another assassination attempt was foiled. And now we have someone like Charlie Kirk as well. You mentioned not elected, true. But someone who just wanted to go on these college campuses, and as they used to be places we could share ideas and debate ideas, it seems like they've become petri dishes or cesspools for silencing and censoring voices that differ with your opinions. And
Just for your opinion, it's crazy, man.
For anyone to want to attack
Just for your opinion, bro.
Charlie Kirk, there is no reason that is legitimate by any stretch of the imagination. We don't know this person. We don't know the motivation, as you said. However, this is just flat out evil.
Yeah, flat out evil, and it speaks to sort of how large
Just for your opinion.
become, if you will.
You know, I even come on here and try to have discussions with people. We might not always agree on everything, which is fine. But when it comes to disagreements, how do we move forward from there? Why do we have to go and now take it to violence and try to kill people, try to take their voice away? Like, no, I want your voice to be heard. My voice should be heard, and let the people decide who they like, whose ideas they like better. Like, it's that simple. Like if you're not bringing a good idea, if you're not bringing good policy or good you don't have a solid movement, you have no leadership, nobody's going to want to follow you. And now you're trying to take it out on the people that got good leadership and a good movement. Like, it's not our fault y'all suck. Seriously.
Doing some incredible work in many key battleground states, just from a
it's not our fault y'all suck. Don't go and now try to take out people because you guys just don't have it together. Leave the violence out of it. Please.
That's how you get involved, and that's
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, man.
He didn't even hint at violence. Didn't hint.
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk.
Other than honest, open debate and conversation. That's why this is so tragic, and that's why this is so hurtful to so many. I will just say this, and I would be remiss if I didn't. Charlie was a devout Christian. He believed in the risen Lord, and right now, the people out there who are suffering and who are sad for him understand where he is. And
listen, I don't even agree with everything Charlie Kirk says.
Jesus Christ, and that for many of us is going to be.
I don't even agree with everything he has to say. But still,
yeah, we've seen that in a lot of the posts from both the defense secretary and the
Just Go says R.I.P. Sucks for his kids. Absolutely, bro.
With the president, I know he worked
absolutely
with Don Jr. As an assistant and helped him out.
Sucks for his kids, his wife.
He also worked closely with the president.
Man.
The president has acknowledged this, and Kelly.
Sometimes in your head you think about this and you're like, man, is this stuff even worth it?
What he had built, that the president of the United States, the leader of the free world,
is it worth
announced
it?
his death to the public.
Well, the president and Charlie were very close.
His movement is going to be much.
Because the president is about getting results.
Hold on, let me see what he says. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had a heart for the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He is loved and admired by all, especially me. And now he is no longer with us. Melina and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you, man. R.I.P. Charlie, man. R.I.P. Charlie. Prayers for his family. We don't want to see nobody die out here in these streets, man, especially to politics,
bro. He would always ask Charlie about the pulse of the young people in this country.
R.I.P. to Charlie. That's crazy.
And what makes Charlie so valuable to the MAGA movement, to conservatism, to the Trump.
I think that there's definitely going to be a rebuttal for this, man. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's not going to be good.
They were missing it. Where there are some
it's not going to be good.
Where to focus on.
Unfortunately, but
strategy, if you will. He knew those things. As it relates
Jordan Sparks says Kirk was a son, a father. Words and opinions don't deserve violence. Absolutely agree with you, Jordan. John. Sorry, John Sparks. Elvis says R.I.P. and prayers for his family. What up, Steve? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Yeah, R.I.P. man. R.I.P. man.
And I know it's going to live on. You can't overstate how much
we are all Americans and worthy of respect and peace in our lives. Absolutely, man. That's all we looking for. That is it. Like, we don't have to agree on everything, but we got to live together.
Charlie
regardless,
was not elected.
we still
He
gotta
was a
live
huge
together.
conservative figure.
We gotta
But he's not somebody who
survive.
had run for office. He just had a huge platform.
And this
he
man was not
targeted
out
of
here
assassins,
trying to take
right?
somebody's life, and he
you
did
work with
not
people like
deserve to
Speaker
die,
Johnson,
man. It's just
who
the
have to
honest
go out there
truth.
and meet voters and everybody else
It's
that
just the
runs for
honest truth,
office.
man. This is
And we've
crazy.
seen what kind of violent world it has become in our
We
country
gotta stop
now.
this violence.
Someone
We
like
gotta stop
Charlie
this
Kirk is
political
killing
violence
blood on a college
just
campus.
because we disagree.
There is no question this will send shivers through the spines of many elected officials, many public figures.
Sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
You know, we're out giving speeches all the time. We're out interacting with voters all the time. I was just talking to someone on the floor who I had gone on the Trump bus tour with to Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and Ohio and Florida and North Carolina. And we were just saying how this could now happen at any moment in time. And Kelly O'Donnell was pointing out.
How many kids did Charlie have? How many? Let me see, man.
About their safety and
Let me see. Let me look it up.
Being reported now, but they're also, so many are not reported. The threats that these people receive.
How many kids did Charlie Kirk have?
It's completely against our Judeo-Christian founding, our civil society, our very American way of life. But at the same time, it's a reality at this point, and I hate that it is. So I think people out there are going to be quite concerned and maybe even reticent to get out on the political stage when it's meant.
Wow, they already updated it on Wikipedia. Age 31, born October 14th, 1993. He's only 31 years old, man. Cause of death: gunshot wound to the neck.
We thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Utah, United States.
I do want to bring in our senior Washington correspondent, Hallie Jackson. Hallie, we cover politics day.
2 children.
Who's up, who's down.
2 children.
Like this, it's just so terrible. Someone who is out there, who is passionate about
Even
one side,
even on NBC, they can at least be.
Trying to practice freedom of speech.
They can put away their political agenda and come together and say, this ain't right. This ain't right.
Concern about political violence in this country. If you
This
look
ain't
at
right.
simply what has happened just this summer alone,
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, man.
assassination attempts, obviously against former president.
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I really do, man.
Just this summer, you had the CDC shooting.
He's your kid's age, see? I'm 29. I'm turning 30 in 2 months.
Trump staffer,
and
in fact, he was run off the road by somebody who threatened to kill him.
I got 2 girls myself.
That Minnesota state lawmaker and
I can't imagine being taken out and having my 2 girls and my wife now here. You know, like, come on, man.
That is just the last couple
Come on, man. For discussion, because of my opinion.
From Democrats, a condemnation of political violence that defies the political spectrum here. And you are also seeing...
You know what they're going to say? This was a mental health. This was a mental health situation. This person was when they catch the person, this person was mentally unstable. He needs help. No. No, man. All this mental health crisis, BS that people like to make the excuse for doing very evil behavior, it has to stop, man. It has to stop.
He was instrumental, of course,
honestly,
in being vocal in support of now
has to stop.
J.D. Vance. And you are seeing this stunned reaction, Tom, across Democrats, across conservatives, to the death of Charlie Kirk, as we have learned tonight, from President Trump himself, Tom.
Yeah. Hallie Jackson, stand
by. It says Iron Age Middle Eastern mythology.
And Haley Birmingham, the married couple,
I don't know what you mean by that.
About 30 feet away from where Kirk was speaking. I know you guys join us now by phone.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm sorry that you guys had to witness that. Tell us what you remember seeing when you heard that first gunshot.
I don't know if y'all actually seen the video. I'm not gonna play it on YouTube.
I'm sorry
because of just how gruesome it is.
Yeah, we're here. Sorry.
But man,
I don't know if you were able
you knew right away he was dead.
Tell us what you remember seeing. Did you hear the
You knew right away.
Yeah, we did.
The hole, the size of the hole that
heard
was
the
in his neck,
gunshot and
it
people
just,
started dropping.
the way
and
he
so,
just seized up and just
my
fell
wife-
back.
My biggest concern was getting her down, and
Man.
I looked over and saw him as he was falling out of his chair.
Unbelievable, man.
And I saw the
Unbelievable.
blood coming out of
Again,
his
man.
neck. And it was just,
Whole lot of
you know,
evil
people
out here in
panicking,
these streets.
kind of chaos.
Whole lot of evil, man.
Everybody worked together. Everybody kind of came together and was, you know, what can we do to help everybody and get everyone safe?
Appreciate you, Elvis, man. You're right. Better days are coming, man. God bless you too. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, man. I really do.
What are your thoughts tonight?
I'm just here for, at this point in time, man, we just here just to
Honestly,
show our appreciation for, you know,
I do get
Charlie.
very angry about it.
Although, again, we might not agree on everything, and, you know, some people might actually hate his guts.
You know, it's just sad
We don't want to see this stuff, man. This is unbelievable. It really is.
like people just need to get along, and
It's really sad, tragic.
you know, he was
But,
turned
you know,
out, he was incredible. Charlie's
We're gonna keep our heads up, and we're gonna keep focused on the goal,
the crowd that was there,
and we're gonna
so happy
stay
and fun and having so much
stay
good
blessed
time.
regardless.
You know, and that's
So much demons and devils out there trying to take our
what it did is just
life and our happiness.
What do you remember seeing or hearing when you were there with your husband?
I just remember.
Jack says it'll be interesting
everyone
watching this
looking around
unfold.
questioning the
It's
same
true, man.
questions.
Something's gonna happen.
Having
Something.
a real gun.
I feel like there's gonna be a rebuttal for
lot
sure,
of
man.
Version of a pop gun. And then there was like a more military.
I feel like there will
looking man in
definitely be a
front of us,
rebuttal.
and he was pushing people down, saying, "Everyone get down, get down. That's a gunshot." And then the next thing you know is you're just trying to look for your exits, and he's saying to stay down, but do you run? Do you stay down? Do you crawl?
Don't do a poll
You
in the
don't know
chat,
what to do.
man.
Yeah, it's terrifying. I'm sorry you guys had to go through that today when you just went to go, you know, hear somebody speak. When the gunshot rang out, they're saying it was from 200 yards away, which is pretty far away, in a different building. You know, for people that aren't familiar from where this happened, you know, the place where they're saying the shot came from, is that somebody where they could have sort of been hidden, maybe incognito, or just sort of?
Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. What I just do? Hold on. Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
he had
We
to have been
back.
hiding.
We're living in
back,
some
we back,
sort of
we
very
back.
violent times, whether it be mass shootings or these political assassinations and assassinations.
Someone said yes, and
Did you
that's what I
guys know
mean.
what you were witnessing when it happened, or
That's
was
what
it
I
all
mean,
just
man.
strange?
Someone said yes in the polls.
Yeah, I think we knew instantly because
Charlie didn't
everyone
deserve to
around us
die,
kinda
man.
Stopped, looked at each other, wondered if it was real, and then dropped to the
Come on,
ground.
bro.
And we kind of talked about it.
Charlie ain't
on our way
deserve to
there,
die,
that
bro.
he's super brave to not have like a bulletproof glass in front of him, and not in Utah. No way. Utah's respectful. Like that would never happen.
So
Thank you,
know-
Oliver.
even
What's up?
acknowledge
Thank you for
that.
tuning in. I
That's
appreciate you.
incredible that you
Yeah.
guys acknowledged that, because you thought, hey, we're the times that we're living in, and he's out there speaking
Yeah.
to these
Yeah,
people.
that gunshot
And then
was
this
tough,
happens.
Jack.
Yeah.
Like,
We didn't think that. Not in a
He
million
had
years
no
it would happen,
chance.
let alone in Utah.
he had no chance. 200 yards from another building, yep.
It's very sad. It's angering. We've got.
And they still don't have the shooter. They don't have him. They can't find him.
Like Charlie, he never yelled at anyone in anger or made them try and believe his opinions and his facts. He challenges people to listen and learn. That's what we need to do.
Haley and Taylor, we thank you for talking to us. And again, I'm
What's
sorry
up?
you
What's
had to
up?
witness that
What's up?
today. I want to bring in our national
how do
law
you say
enforcement
that?
intelligence correspondent, Tom Winter. Tom, rightly so, when we were reporting this
What
out,
up, Michael
we mentioned
Anderson?
that there
Thank you
was a
for
person
tuning in. I
custody of the
appreciate
school
y'all.
that said there was somebody
R.I.P. to
custody
Charlie,
murder,
y'all. R.I.P. to
social media
Charlie.
videos of somebody
He
that
had no
was,
chance.
being
Absolutely,
handcuffed.
man.
NBC did not put that image out because we had not verified it. Now it turns out that the suspect is still on the run. What do we know?
That's right, Tom. And in case anybody's seen those photos,
Who allowed this to
online,
happen?
somebody,
Almost like
apparently
another
put in
Trump
handcuffs
attempt.
following the event. That is
Really,
the person
honestly,
that,
it's
according
true.
to the university, is not
It
the
reminds me of
suspect. It
this,
is
but
not,
much
has
much
not
more
been
worse,
arrested in
much more
connection with
tragic.
this, incident. It is not uncommon, and you know, I mentioned this
Not
to
as
you
much
right at the
people,
time.
but
it is not uncommon. In
damn,
these
man,
incidents when you see the people fleeing the
that
looking at on
shooter.
screen,
That shooter aimed and he hit.
If somebody says, I think that person
He
did
hit.
it, that somebody might make a
And I don't know,
statement.
like I said, I don't know if y'all all
So
seen the
that's
video,
something
but
where, it is not
my
uncommon
goodness,
to, like
man.
I said, see somebody,
He had no
placed into
chance, bro.
custody. We've seen that with other
He had no
shooting incidents,
chance,
other
bro.
attacks, and then it
Like
turns out
Oliver
that
said,
person
man,
had
he had
connection
no
to the
chance,
event.
man.
As far as where the investigation stands now, we have been reaching out to the FBI and law enforcement officials in Utah. Still no confirmed
Gotta
information.
do better,
from them
man.
as far
Honestly,
as,
it's
who they might be looking for.
like
The governor of
we don't
Utah,
have
Spencer
to
Cox,
always
putting out a
resort
statement just a
to
while ago
somebody
saying he
dying.
just got off the phone with President Trump and working with the FBI and Utah law enforcement. They're looking forward to bringing to justice the individual responsible for this tragedy.
If Trump actually got killed, I think it would have been. I think there would have been riots in the streets. Honestly, if he had gotten killed, there would have probably been riots. Like something. Yeah. They stormed the Capitol for this man. Something would have happened if he died, for sure.
You're looking at the tent there. You're looking at the courtyard where this took place.
Kirk did not have Secret Service protection. Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. And honestly, he was even Cash said Secret Service or not. Honestly, yeah, because he was just sitting by himself, as you can see. Like he's sitting by himself, no security. There's security right in front.
Whenever there is a shooting incident, certainly that involves a fatality, we don't show that moment of the shot being hit just out of respect for the individual, but also
they don't riot, but they will definitely do something to rebuttal. I think they would do something.
Certainly don't want to contribute to what the
Lindsay says this is messed up. Absolutely.
The incident, as we saw the video of the injuries, you described them several moments ago.
They might not burn the building down, but their voice is going to be heard. Somebody's going to pay for this. Not Charlie Kirk. I meant if Trump got shot, but maybe somebody is going to pay for Charlie Kirk too getting shot. I don't know. Man. We gonna just have to see what happens. Hopefully, moving forward. Obviously, we don't want to see no more violence, but this stuff is not. It's not ending. It's not ending, man.
Vital. That's been incredibly helpful. We've seen so many instances just in the last 6 to 9 months.
You're right. Doing something is different than riding. You're right.
At the base of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas earlier this year, that case was, as far as where that person came from in the background.
He's a marksman for sure.
Finding out that information, and that'll be potentially.
Unlike the kid that tried to shoot Trump, that kid was just a kid that
they can use facial recognition
took his dad's gun or something.
Who this person is. Taking a step back here, yesterday I was at a gathering of law enforcement experts and officials.
We have gotten into the world of third world politics and violence. Honestly, it's feeling like that. It is feeling like that.
This time each year. You think of the enormity of
time. It don't feel like
following 9/11, which is of course
I used to not be into politics at all, and then I just started getting into it.
Now you're looking at a situation.
But it is really it's depressing sometimes to see the amount of violence that happens.
Violent incidents.
It's so depressing, bro.
Involving CEOs, involving high-profile people like Kirk. You're going to be in a situation here.
He wasn't a marksman. He was just a regular shooter.
The amount of officers that you have available, the amount of weapons that you have.
He only shot one shot.
To bring a gun into an event, you have.
I'm not saying he's in the military. I'm just saying he can shoot. He shot one shot and that was it.
We have the vice president in New York City for the ceremony at Ground Zero. There's other travel throughout
the Capitol did not get stormed. The police opened the door and they walked in. That's fair. That's fair.
Already everybody on edge as far as protecting these political figures.
Yeah, but
and now, as we've seen this expand to other individuals in the political space, but also in the commercial space, this is a real challenge here going forward. And I don't think people really understand, perhaps just yet, the frequency and tempo that has been.
It's true. He was probably aiming for his head.
Here over the last 9 months, it is a situation, Tom, that I can tell you.
Sad, man.
Since shortly after this incident happened.
Thank y'all for answering the poll. We have 90% that said Charlie did not deserve this, and we got 10%
because of what we've seen.
We got
Everybody's
10%
very concerned at this hour.
that said sorry. 11% says
If we still have Jim
Charlie
Callahan,
deserved
I'd like to
this.
ask you a
Can you
question
believe
about
that?
this manhunt.
Can you
It's been
believe
a
that?
couple of hours now. There's no suspect in custody just yet, but it is still early.
Sad world we
The
living
gunman
in.
was able to get away
Sad
in
world.
Sort of the pandemonium after the assassination. How hard is it now for investigators?
Well, it's tough, Thomas. A sniper attack, an assassin with a rifle uses that rifle. There's two reasons. One is he can't get close enough to his target. Like, for example, someone protected by the Secret Service or the Diplomatic Security Service. He can't get close enough.
R.I.P. Charlie, man. R.I.P. Charlie, bro.
So when you are familiar with assassins and snipers, this is how they think. This shot, I've watched that video.
R.I.P. Charlie, man.
Over and over again.
200 yards is nothing for a rifle for sure,
It
Cash.
looks like maybe a hunting rifle, a 30-06, a 308 rifle.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Immediately a large loss of blood.
200 yards, one shot,
In a bowl. I mean,
and he
his
still
intent
got away.
For his speaking arrangement is
He might not be. He might not be a. He's a hitman for sure. Like,
on your shot there as it elevates up.
yeah, he died, man. It's confirmed. The Grace. He's dead.
One floor above that.
R.I.P. to Charlie, man. R.I.P. to Charlie.
He has a shot right down into the bowl. And when you're on an elevated shot with a rifle, and it's probably a scope,
Rangefinder.
that's really not that
Oh,
difficult.
yeah,
shot.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to be any kind of a
I get
trained
what you're talking
sniper.
about, Jack.
And the person can get in and egress. There's no robust security here. Get into the site and maybe shoot from a window or a roof or a hidden nook.
It's really sad, bro. This is so sad, man.
What I'd be looking for here, Tom, is a rifle recovered.
Okay, we got more people that came in and said 80 votes so far, 91%. Charlie did not deserve this. 9% Charlie deserved this. The fact that we have 9% of people that came in here and said he deserved a bullet to his neck is so sad.
Makes me believe that the sniper plan
It's
is
so sad.
egress. And if you think about snipers past in the
Very,
history,
very sad, people. Honestly, I don't care if you're trolling. I don't care if you really mean it.
he got out of the building.
It's kind of disgusting behavior,
And, 'cause
honestly.
he was confronted in the building
Honestly.
by a motor cop at gunpoint, but he got out of it with the superintendent, and he made his way to his neighborhood where he killed a Dallas policeman, J.D. Tippett.
It bled out before, so
Ray fired
they
from
didn't
the
announce it until like
house
5 minutes,
across the
10
street from
maybe
the
10
Ray
minutes
Motel
ago.
when he killed Dr. King with a rifle. as
Maybe
well.
a little bit more than that, but
So snipers
yeah,
want to
he
escape. They want to get
he got
away.
shot like right here in the neck,
With no robust security there,
and it was
he
like
could've
a
got into a bedroom
clean,
window, top
like,
of a roof, and like I say, a
right
nook,
there.
and he had a shot.
And
in
as
the
soon as
Kirk.
it got shot,
That shot,
all you
when
see is
look
just blood
at
just.
the overall scene, Tom, from an aerial
And then he
shot,
seized up.
If you look to the left of the tent, you will see there's a lot
So they
of
tried to
places
say
of
he was in the
buildings
hospital
there,
getting treatment and
which is
all
not
this
a long
stuff, but
shot. You know, we're
if
talking
you've seen the
250,
shot,
150 yards, could be
if you've
220
seen the
yards,
shot,
but with a deer
like,
rifle
I
setup,
really would love y'all to. I don't want y'all to see it because it's so tragic, but I really would want y'all to see it just so y'all can understand like
relying on the video,
how
the video
how
on campus,
disgusting this was.
anything that might have been nearby,
Yeah.
any witnesses. That's
Murder
what
for
you
hire, right?
And local law enforcement and now the FBI.
He was a hitman. He was either a hitman or he just had his own agenda, and we gonna find out eventually.
You just spoke to the White House.
We gonna find out
What happened
eventually.
to Charlie Kirk about this assassination, this horrific event that has happened on the campus of an American university. So, Kristen, what is the White House saying? Because Charlie Kirk had such a close relationship with both President Trump, the Vice President, and the
I
Trump
hope
children.
it's just trolls, Jack. I hope it's just
You're right,
trolls.
Tom, and that's basically what this.
It's
White
moving
House
on
official
up. The
said.
trolls. It must be
Everything
more
there
trolls coming in because we had 11% saying now Charlie Kirk deserved to die.
with Charlie
Y'all
Kirk
gotta
and
do
Jen
better.
cannot believe
Y'all gotta
that
do
this
better, man.
actually happened.
Yeah,
That
he got
his
away.
wife has been taken
They took somebody in
easy.
custody, but they're saying the university said that that's not the actual
Also
shooter.
impressed
So
and energized by him, and so
yeah, he
they
got
are
away.
just in a state of shock.
They're gonna find him probably.
Now
The
at White
FBI's
House,
on
and of
site.
course, it's a reaction
They got
is
everybody out
bipartisan.
there
Tom,
on
let me
site,
read you
but
some of what we're hearing from Gabby Giffords, of course, a victim of political violence herself. Writing the
He was
murder of
wide
Charlie
open.
Kirk breaks my heart.
He was
My
wide
deepest
open, Cash.
sympathies are with his
Honestly,
wife, two
it
young
was a
children,
clear
and
shot.
friends.
It was a clear shot. I'm not
Democratic
gonna lie,
societies will
but
always have political disagreements, but we must
That's-
never
it's
allow
tragic,
America to
honestly,
become a
it's
country
tragic.
that confronts those disagreements with violence, attacks.
all
against
right, we got
political
Corey in the
ideological
building
opponents
saying
are
Kirk
cowardly
preached
and
hate.
un-American and
and he
must be
deserved what he
universally
got.
condemned. And Tom, that's basically the sentiment that
see
we
what
are
I
hearing
mean?
from Democrats and Republicans. House Speaker Mike Johnson.
You see what I
saying
mean?
simply, this has to end, calling for a moment of silence. The question, though, and you were discussing this with Kelly O'Donnell earlier.
See what I mean, y'all?
What happens now? What can lawmakers do? What can we all do as a society?
90 of us, we understand what's going on.
They are
90% of
increasing.
us,
The fact
but-
that you had these assassination attempts against President Trump.
What
when he was
comment did you
running,
read?
for
I
office,
mean,
the
did you
fact that
leave
you have,
Red Joker?
These assassinations of
I don't see your
lawmakers
comment.
in Minnesota has just rocked the political world. And what we
Corey
are
says he
hearing is enough
constantly
is enough.
preached hate.
And you can see the grief. You can see the shock and
Constantly
the anguish in the
preached
face of
hate?
these lawmakers. But the
Did you
Tom,
watch him?
what comes next? What will they
Did you
do about
actually
it?
listen to him, or did you just see like
And how
clips?
sharply divided this country is, but I do think
Because
that's
if
where
you
the
actually listen to
conversation
him,
is going to go
he
next.
he didn't
It
preach
also
hate
sort of
for
changes
sure.
how politicians and people like Charlie
That's
Kirk
just
will share
that's
their
just the
message.
honest
Yes,
truth.
there's social media. Yes,
Like
there's
I said,
media
I don't
outlets,
agree with
podcasts,
everything he
whatever we
says,
want these days.
but
part of
for
politics
you to
is
say
being
he
able to touch
constantly
the flesh,
preached
being
hate,
able to see
I
into
kind of
someone's
disagree
eyes,
with
being
that
able
one.
to hear them up close. That's what campaigns are really all
But
about.
hey, there is a Discord link if you would like to join the link,
In all three of his
and you can
campaigns, he was
explain
out
to
there
everybody
campaigning
here
a
that's
lot.
watching
And one of
what you
Charlie
mean
Kirk's
by he
strengths
was
to his
preaching hate.
supporters was that he would go out there,
We would
he
love to
convey, and
understand.
he would take the message across college campuses all over America. And the thing I keep coming back to is that if somebody like Charlie Kirk, who again had a huge platform,
That's what I'm
never
saying.
ran for
He-
office, he wasn't elected, if he could become a target of some sick, deranged individual, right? What does that say about everybody else out there that is working in politics right now, that is trying to do
Absolutely,
something,
I
that's trying to
agree
make
with
a
you.
change? And how will this change the way
Every
people
time
campaign
that something
and
like
or
this
speak in
happens,
public?
there's something bigger going on.
Tom, it could have a real
It's
chilling
more
effect,
than
and
just
I think you bring
obvious.
up a
It's
critical
bigger than
point,
Charlie,
which
of
is
course,
that
but
as you were speaking with the couple
this
earlier
moment
there,
is Charlie's
who
moment.
were at the rally, who witnessed this
This
horrific
moment is his
incident,
moment.
he did not have a bulletproof glass in front of him. Will that change?
There's always
Remember,
stuff
that
going
did
on in the
change
background,
for
but
President Trump when he was campaigning in this last cycle after the assassination attempts against him. So security will undoubtedly be in focus, but you're right, this is a hallmark of our democracy. The ability to debate, to have these robust discussions, and Charlie Kirk liked to be in the center of it. That's why he was someone who was respected by Democrats and Republicans. Tom, you had Governor Gavin Newsom appear on his podcast, and so the question becomes, how can these political events move forward in a more secure, safer way? And there you see the flag lowered at half staff at the White House, a really somber day in Washington and Utah and all across the country, Tom.
Yeah, the president ordered
Alex said he not preached hate.
at half staff.
He just had a simple 90s/2000s look that women, to the world, were women and men were men. Just that simple. Common sense, Sweet Kicker says. Common sense.
University on September 10th,
I think the majority of us agree, man. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for voting. I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. Thank you for voting. The majority of us agree that this is just absolute evil. Like, there's nothing that y'all can say that can make any of us think he deserved this.
We've been talking about what we know and what we don't
He
know.
did not preach
Initially,
no
there was a
hate.
suspect in custody. Then the school came back and said, no, we don't have a suspect in custody, but we think the shot came from 200 yards away, which is a good distance.
See,
where
they still don't have a
thousands of people in the
suspect.
crowd, and they identified the building in the
What
back
up,
where they
Stubby?
think the shot came from.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.
It is a good distance, Tom, but as our colleague Jim Kavanaugh pointed out, I think very accurately so, for somebody who has even just a basic understanding
to
of a
Joshua.
semi-automatic rifle.
Shout out to
would have
Joshua,
been a
man.
particularly,
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk,
difficult
man.
shot to make, and it underscores obviously the tragedy of it. Obviously, Kirk didn't see it coming. He did appear to have some security near him on stage.
It doesn't stop.
But, this would have
Life does
required
not
what
stop.
appears to be kind of more of a response that we would see at a secret
You know, we
service
just just got to keep pushing forward now. We just got to do better moving forward. I mean, it's done. It's unfortunate that this happened, but come on, we got to do better moving forward for sure. We got to do better. We can't keep doing this, man. It doesn't even matter if it's both sides doing it. Like, we don't see this as much on the Democratic side.
But assuming the initial information is true,
like the Republican side or the conservative side gets targeted, but we really got to stop, because if it don't stop, we gonna see civil war. If it's not called civil war, we gonna see the battle of the American people, which you're gonna have to choose a side.
And trying to corroborate information, but our latest reporting is that there is not an individual in custody. That law enforcement is still looking for somebody. This is going to be.
We all can't believe it now, Natalia.
Certainly could have a federal
we can't believe it for sure. This is sad, man.
Is on scene, Tom.
It's sad. R.I.P. Charlie.
If we bring that map back up.
Wait, snaps. I'm going to say it. What is going on? Trump, the head of insurance company, is now Charlie, and no one else seeing the pattern. That's all I'm going to say. Shout out to Late Night Slips. Late Night Sips. R.I.P. Charlie. I don't know what you mean by that, snaps.
Thank you for that. This concludes
we're not here for the I mean, you can bring your conspiracy theories. What up, Kevin? Thank you for tuning in. But are you saying Trump planned this? Is that what you saying, Snaps?
We do expect a news conference at some point soon. We don't have exact timing, but we understand we will be getting an update from officials after the conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at that event in Utah. You've heard, obviously, from our teams on the ground around the country, covering every beat of this. We understand
it's not worth it.
In
my opinion, it's not worth it, man.
There is no suspect in custody, according to officials at this moment.
Politics,
at the White
being
House,
a politician.
being lowered to half staff, even in just the last couple of minutes here. In Utah, hundreds of people had gathered to hear Kirk speak for this event. You saw some of the crowds there.
It's just a conspiracy. Okay.
To that instance, it is.
I believe it. Late Night Sips.
We're going to freeze the video before the shooting, but you are going to hear the sound of it. We'll play it briefly just once.
Not like I believe the conspiracy. I mean, I believe that you're talking. It's a conspiracy. Yeah.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
Ah, man. As soon as they was talking about gun violence,
reporting to us that they had run for cover, ducked for cover in the seconds after the shooting happened. Kirk, according to
maybe saying the left is doing something. IUK, R.I.P. Charlie. Maybe, man. We don't know the motive still. We don't know. We gonna find out hopefully soon.
Leaving his wife, leaving his 2 young children. We've got it covered from every angle tonight. I want
2 kids, a wife.
At the White House, where we understand the president obviously had been
31 years old,
engaged with what was
voicing his opinion.
This horrific news of the death of this
people didn't like it.
Influential young person in conservative politics.
People actually hated it.
A voice when it came to policy. He was a friend.
Neither side should condone violence. I 100% agree with you, Late Night Sips. 100%.
For many White House officials, I just
100%.
spoke with some of them as this news was breaking, and there was
unfortunately
of shock,
in my opinion,
disbelief even, and
this is just from what I've been seeing for these past couple of years. One side is definitely more violent than the other.
Have been put on.
It's unfortunate to say that,
and we did hear that rare announcement from the president confirming that Charlie Kirk had died. That came out within the past hour. The president posting on social media saying the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States or America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all. Now, Hallie, just within the past few moments as well, we're getting a statement from Turning Point USA. That updated statement saying it is with a heavy heart that we confirm that Charles James Kirk has been murdered by a gunshot that took place during Turning Point USA's The American Comeback Tour campus event. May he be received into the merciful arms of our loving Savior who suffered and died for Charlie. We ask that everyone keep his family and loved ones in your prayers. And across the political spectrum, Hallie, we are another... across the political spectrum, I should say, that was a different statement from Turning Point USA, but we are getting reactions. Many Republicans, again, who knew Charlie Kirk well, he was such a huge part of the MAGA youth movement. Many Republicans are saying thoughts and prayers for his family, as you mentioned, father of two with a young wife as well. On the Democratic side, we have Governor Gavin Newsom calling this disgusting. So members from both political parties just expressing outrage and really saying that political violence like this has no place in our country. But again, here at the White House, a profound sense of sadness and shock because many White House officials and, of course, the president so close to Charlie Kirk.
We are hearing, Gabe, not just from the current president, but from the former presidents as well. Not just former President Joe Biden, but in the last 30 seconds or so, former President Barack Obama, who says we don't know yet what motivated the person who shot and killed Charlie Kirk, but this kind of despicable violence has no place in our democracy. Former President Obama goes on to say that Michelle, of course, the former First Lady, and I will be praying for Charlie's family tonight, especially his wife, Erica, and their two young children. Gabe, I'm going to ask you to stand by there on the North Lawn, but I want to bring in Tom Winter because, Tom, we are also learning new in just the last couple of minutes that we will hear from the governor, from the head of public safety, so law enforcement, from school reps, and from the FBI at some point soon at this news conference where there will be an extraordinary number of questions, including where is the person who fired this shot, who shot and killed Charlie Kirk. There is not a suspect in custody so far as we know. Tom, is there any indication that there is some kind of broader danger to this Utah community at this point?
You know, Hallie, typically when we see assassination attempts like this, the individual who's responsible
had to do something real quick.
The individual that they shot. However, we don't know what we don't know, and so there's been no indication.
Said, yeah, and it's the left. Yeah, that's true.
That there's no longer
That's true.
any sort
Unfortunately.
of community. They are not saying that, but they're also not saying really anything.
That's the part that I see the most violence coming from.
Top federal and local and state
left.
officials, and so far no information coming out of
Jason,
Utah, that's shareable at the moment.
I'm more in the middle politically and independent. And I agree and disagree with some of Mr. Kirk's views, but this, you don't do this. Prayers to his family and friends. You, Jason, are just like the rest of us.
I do think that there are a lot of things now.
You just like the 91% of us to say, although we might vote differently or we might not agree, violence is not called for.
At this moment, as we are speaking,
I'm an independent as well. This year, I did vote more towards conservative side, but in no way, shape, or form do I want to see any violence happen to any political person on the right. I mean, on the left.
Big federal presence as well.
And that's just because I'm a human being.
Families that are there or families and high-profile
like,
politicians. So that'll remain.
I just don't like the policies all the time. I get that.
We have President Trump.
Your policies just didn't match with what my views are. You know what I mean? Which is fine.
Had none of this occurred,
but I don't want to see you guys now die. We ain't trying to shoot politicians up.
Now all of this has been raised
sick.
Because clearly the fear
sick,
of law
man.
enforcement.
It really is.
And I am not in any way overstating this. Is that the propensity for targeted violence
really sick.
Against politicians and high-profile people has really picked up in intensity here.
R.I.P. to Charlie, man.
Hopefully cooler
again, did not deserve it.
True bipartisan nature.
Didn't deserve it at all.
Top current and former members of the United States government today condemning this type of attack because it is attacking some of the core.
CJ says, how sad Charlie was a voice for a reason and logic, especially for college kids. He did not promote hate. He stood for what's morally right and morally bankrupt. In a morally bankrupt college society.
So that's a big concern. Tom, thank
Couldn't
you.
have said that much better, brother.
I want to bring in somebody who was at the event today in Utah, Tyler.
Couldn't have said that much better.
Who was there in the crowd? I believe you were in line, Tyler.
Voice for common sense. That's it.
How are you doing tonight? I'm sure this has been just a horrific day.
Common sense, man.
Yeah,
Didn't preach any type of hate. Didn't say bring violence to anybody.
I went to that event.
Just spoke his piece, his piece.
He wants to engage
and somebody
I had something I wanted
somebody
to
hated him
ask
for it.
him.
It's unfortunate.
And so I was in line with people talking about
So
our questions
unfortunate.
and people that were of all political backgrounds. I had a conservative on one side, a couple vegans on another side, and we were just enjoying it. And then
yeah, I mean, it's facts.
A shot and he falls down, and
I don't want to chop your name up.
It took me a moment to process.
In tone bed.
It was shocking.
It's facts though. E.
And what did you do once you did process what
The
was
left, even when you're looking in the comments, and I might just go and show you guys a little bit of the comments. But when you look at the comments and you see the amount of disrespect,
multiple shots in the quick succession,
blatant disrespect
there was any
to his family that's grieving. They don't even care about them. They might not even have nothing to do with.
And crushed in these
But the amount of disrespect is so disgusting.
So I tried to encourage people to not panic,
So
to calm
disgusting.
down, to take it slow.
We praying for a better society, man. We're gonna have to keep moving forward. I know it's looking a little tough right now.
How many shots specifically?
It's looking very tough, but that's why we just got to be focused on our family, on our circle, our friends, and just do right for what we got for going on with them. You know what I mean? Like, people gonna talk about you regardless. They gonna hate on you regardless what side you on.
I printed out, and you see that it has a QR
So you just gotta stay focused on us.
a barcode.
Sad, man. Charlie Kirk was a huge man. He was huge.
They would scan
He was
that, like there'd
huge.
be kind of a check-in kind of deal, and there was in fact nothing like that. I just walked in, and it felt kind of pointless.
I got people texting me like, "Yo, I'm mourning right now."
So clearly, there was no real effort to screen people. That's what it seems to me.
You're not even American, you're European.
Sometimes you go to a baseball game, whatever.
Our gun violence is out of control.
Restrictions on items. Was any of that guidance given to you?
It really is out of control over here. And
no, there wasn't.
You know, in certain areas, it's more worse than others. But
like really,
we seeing people die every single day in the United States.
And
the gun
I
violence,
should say,
like not one day goes
it was
by.
actually the student organization, not really the.
Not one day goes by to where we like, oh man, nobody died today.
So that might explain some of that.
Not due to gun violence. Nope.
The indication that we have received
There's
from
always
officials is that the
gun violence
shot was fired
every single day.
from a significant
It's
distance,
so
from
sad.
hundreds of feet away. So not, at least based on this early indication
so
that we
sad.
are getting from officials there, it wasn't from that immediate amphitheater right around where you were, where Charlie Kirk was, et cetera. Could you tell when this happened at all, Tyler, where anything was coming from, or where the noise was coming from, or was it just chaos?
His message and his movement,
so it was obviously quiet.
his legacy will not be forgotten.
It sounded to me.
We know
so
that this is not Jesus.
Kind of coming from
this is not our Lord and Savior, or whoever you call Muhammad. This is not him, but he had a voice. He had a big platform. And he was doing big things, and it does not go unnoticed. We gonna keep pushing forward, man. We gonna keep pushing forward. Charlie Kirk, man, R.I.P. Rest in peace. We're praying for your family, your kids. We pray that they're successful. We pray that their future is bright, and we pray that they don't become. They don't become violent because of this. We pray
again,
that.
Indications had been from officials that the actual shot had been fired from further away. Tyler, we're glad that you're okay. You are no longer on campus. Are you home now?
I'm home now.
Okay.
There's no gun
We're glad that
situation.
you were okay after just as you described, just a traumatic and chaotic day.
Listen,
Thank you
and
very much for being
I'm
with us.
for guns. Don't get me wrong.
Back to Utah with,
I'm
Mike
not even
Hedrick,
like,
who's
no,
from
we
our
should
NBC
take away
station,
guns.
KSL on campus at the
Like,
university, Utah Valley
if I could
University.
be the
Mike, we're glad to have
resetter,
you with us live on
obviously,
scene. Tell us what you're seeing.
guns gone for everybody. But since I'm not, I'd rather us be able to have the option than not, because there's too many out there now at this point.
Is the masses of law enforcement. I've never seen.
Oh, that gamer says put all Dems in prison now.
Here. You have at least 75 plus law enforcement vehicles that are just in this spot. Now the campus is good size, so they're spread throughout. What you don't see inside of most of these vehicles are the officers.
R.I.P. Charlie, man. R.I.P.
All of the buildings right now, and you can kind of even look this way too. This is not typically what you see on campus. Something like this requires law enforcement to come in and go in through.
R.I.P. Charlie. I really do want to show you guys some of the comments. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to get my stuff out of there before I take off.
Let me see if I can pull
they
up some
haven't been able to do
comments.
that because they said no, it's locked down at this point. We just need everyone out so we can figure things out.
I saw the video on Twitter, of course,
You're
but
hearing a lot of stories, and we talked a little bit earlier, and you talked to some of the witnesses. We've spoken to a number of witnesses who were here throughout the whole thing. There are gray areas as far as
shout outs to Charlie Kirk,
were they
man.
up close, were they far away?
Gone but not forgotten, man.
In the police custody.
Can't believe this actually happened. It's shocking. It's really shocking.
Still trying to sort all that stuff out, but first and foremost, they needed to clear the area, and here we are almost 3 hours after that shooting took place, and they're still not completely cleared out of this area. So we've had a number of instances here where we've heard the sirens. Some of our other reporters who are on campus, probably 15, 20 minutes ago, you just had police going on a hot run. All of a sudden, they just took off towards something. We don't know. And so that leads many of us to believe, okay, maybe we don't know where the shooter is or who the
firearms
shooter is.
allow Americans to enforce equality.
And that's significant here. That
so are you for firearms, Jack?
Taken into custody, at least according to the
I remember Charlie saying the reason he does what he does was to get people talking about things they may not agree with. Because in his mind, if there is no communication, that's when violence happens.
They're either dorms or houses, right?
100%.
Most people we spoke with, they feel
100%.
Now, obviously, initially they heard gunfire.
Let's just have the conversation.
Trying to get to a safe place, right?
Oh, sorry, y'all.
The range of emotions.
Let's just have the conversation.
So you had people who were scared, they were crying, not knowing what's going on. And then as things settle in a little bit, they realize what happened.
Let's have the conversation and go from there. Then hopefully we can agree to disagree, or whatever the case may be.
So anger is set in for a number of people. They're upset at this. And,
hopefully.
You can understand where they're coming
but
from. We've spoken to some students.
Don't try to silence me. And I'm not going to try to silence you. We just want to have the discussion.
You know, as we cover campus shootings throughout the year, unfortunately,
sad, man. It's really, really sad.
Comes in and has a weapon and goes into classrooms. That was not the case. This clearly appears to be politically motivated because of this thing that was happening right here.
Really, really sad, man.
So as you go to the range of emotions and what people are feeling, really, it's all over the place. But I would say the biggest one is it is surreal. No one here in this area.
All right, I'm gonna show y'all some comments. And you know we got to go to a liberal platform
to have something like this happen
because most of these news networks are liberal.
We talk about who Charlie Kirk was.
We gonna just look at the comments. All right.
I have to think there's not, maybe but a handful of people on the campus.
We're just gonna look at some comments real quick.
Whether they were at the event or not before today.
I'm gonna change this up real quick. Hold on, y'all. Sorry.
There's a number of people who don't know, and again, you probably had anywhere.
Hopefully, y'all can still hear the stuff in the background, but if not, that's all right. We're gonna keep it pushing. All right, Joe Biden has something to say about Charlie Kirk. Can y'all see it?
Ask him questions. We spoke to a number of students who were here.
Sleepy Joe.
The chance to ask him some questions, and that's what people.
This is the first time I heard from you since you've been out of office, but there's no place in our country for violence, for this kind of violence. It must end now. Jill and I are praying for the Kirk family and the loved ones.
Mike Hedrick, our thanks to you there live on campus for us tonight. Our thanks to your colleagues as well at our NBC station and KSL there in Utah. Really appreciate you being with us. I know it's You got all hands on deck out there. Appreciate
you.
that. I want to go now to Adam Bartholomew, who was just about
They're
to
not
break
liberal.
through campus, as I understand it. He was on the ground. He was at the event today.
Not all of
in
them,
Utah
most of
Valley,
them.
live streaming this event.
Let's see the comments, man. This is ABC News.
Thanks for having me.
People may have
ABC
seen the video. It
News.
was making the rounds online.
If
Right
it's
as
not
word,
liberal, we'll
had
see,
come
right?
out that this shooting had happened at the Charlie Kirk TPUSA event. You were
All right.
basically
Just
live
because it's
streaming.
under
I understand from what I saw, you were
Joe
interviewing
Biden,
people.
it
You
might
were
not be
talking to
as
people, and then the video
as
picks up
as
in the
bad.
aftermath.
But
Tell us what
when I was
happened
looking
and
at Trump's post that they did,
Yeah,
the comments was going crazy, bro.
And my wife we were all there.
The comments was
My son
going
wanted to
crazy.
see Charlie Kirk, and I
Joe Biden didn't write that. You know he
as
didn't.
much as I can.
It was
So
the
I brought
auto
my
pen.
gear. I heard that there was going to be
It
some
was the auto
protesters,
pen.
and sure enough, there was. I was on the.
All right,
upper
there's no
balcony,
place for
and directly
violence,
above
hate,
that,
bullying. I
that
couldn't
little
agree
tent that
more.
you can see
Okay.
Charlie was speaking in.
Level-headed
And I was
people.
about
Thank
20 feet
God.
to the north, interviewing
As per his
counter
belief, I think
protesters.
we
You
should
see there's
offer
my
our thoughts and
footage there.
prayers. Okay.
And
This
we
is a
were
cultural
talking about
problem
why they
as
were
much as a
against
political.
Charlie Kirk, why they didn't,
2 Dems killed
things
2
that he
months
said
ago.
that they
Now
didn't like,
this.
that kind of
Scary
thing, when shots
times.
rang out.
We need to keep this in
And it was
perspective.
chaos.
This was one person that did
what
this,
did you
not
do in
half
the
of the
immediate
country.
aftermath? Did you also
Unfortunately,
ran,
yes, you're right,
did you
but
for your son? Tell me about that.
because it's
I immediately ran to the balcony
politically
and pulled my phone out,
motivated,
called my
or
son.
it was a political event, it kind of makes it seem like it's left versus right, you know. Even though it could have been a whole different reason. I think empathy is made up. New age term doesn't. It does a lot of damage, Kirk.
I asked this to your
Sounds
previous
like
guest,
Trump
Adam,
sent the
just so
troops
we
to the
can kind of
wrong
get a
city.
baseline of
Oh my
understanding
gosh.
of the event and of the facts on the ground.
This is how a
Confirm,
president
Kirk,
should
how many
talk.
shots specifically?
Cool
Just the one?
the temperature. He's not the president
My
anymore.
first inclination was that it could have been firecrackers.
Violence is
and I
not
think
the
it might have
way.
been the echo of the shot.
The voting
You know,
booth
in a-
is,
it-
period.
it
Okay,
was
so we
surrounded
have
by
some
buildings. I
level-headed
think
people
that
in
might
this
have been it.
comment section.
I'm familiar with shooting at shooting ranges.
I'm
so
willing
that's
to
my
bet the
first
killer
thought.
was a former MAGA.
It was either a
MAGA
long-range
finally
shot or
woke
it might
up
have been
and was pissed
firecrackers,
off that
and
they
I
were
think it was the
lied to.
longest shot coming from the
I'm
east.
honestly shocked that Trump
Did you go through security?
would do this just to distract America
There
from
was absolutely no security. I attended the Republican
from the
state
Trumpstein
convention
files.
here
You
in
see what I'm
Kansas
talking
City
about?
earlier this
It's
year.
got
We had
nothing to
security, we
do
had our bags
with
checked, none of
anything
that
we
here.
talking
I
about.
was able to walk right in through
All right.
class. It was
All
in
right,
between
let's go to the
classes. There
next
were
one.
thousands of students
Let's go to
everywhere
the
with
next one.
backpacks. I walked right through with
Let's
a
go to
gear
the
bag
next
with
one.
a tripod sticking right out of my bag, and nobody stopped me. I was able to walk right in.
How would you
Let's go
describe
to
the
the
crowd
next one.
here that had come out to see Charlie
This
Kirk?
is
We
where-
talked a lot about this. His campus tour.
This
if
is
you will,
where-
the most recent one that he had been on was intended to be a
crazy, man.
dialogue. It was
This
intended
is
to
all
be
crazy.
debate, healthy disagreement, obviously verbally. Did you get
Dear
the sense
God,
that the crowd
protect
was
Charlie
largely
in his
supportive,
darkest
had come
hours.
out
JD
to sort of
Vance.
see Kirk in his element? Help us understand that.
Yeah, I mean, there was probably 50 or 60 protesters there against Charlie Kirk, but the crowd supporting him was
So
was
sad, man.
far larger. And anytime there was an anti,
Let's see the comments on the JD
chant, it would be
Vances.
drowned out by USA or Charlie Kirk chants from the other side. So the mood was
It's
positive.
worth
People were there to
it's
hear,
worth to have the cost
hear
of,
ideas,
unfortunately,
the
some
transfer
gun
of
deaths
ideas and discussion, and it's
here,
just a
so we
shame
can
that
have the
it has
second
to
one.
break out in violence like this.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
Thoughts and
Adam
prayers
Bartholomew,
to his
thank you very much for sharing
families.
your experience there on the ground as you remain, I know, near campus. We're glad that you are okay. Appreciate you joining us. Let me bring in now our NBC News correspondents Ryan Riley and Mel Zanona, because at this moment we have talked about the widespread condemnation, Mel, across the political spectrum of political violence, coming from everybody from current sitting members of Congress on the Republican side to former high-profile elected Democrats, former President Obama, former Vice President Kamala Harris, former President Joe Biden as well. Mel, you're hearing a lot of that today on Capitol Hill, including from some members who counted Charlie Kirk among their friends, personal friends.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The mood on Capitol Hill right now, really somber. Members just walking around with tears in their eyes, reading the news in real time. This is really hitting close to home on Capitol Hill, and there's a number of reasons for that. Number one, Charlie Kirk was really close with and had personal relationships with a lot of members in the Republican Party here on Capitol Hill. One of them, for example, Anna Paulina Luna, she credited him with recruiting her to run. She said, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be a member of Congress right now. So really just hitting close to home for these members. The second reason why this is really reverberating on Capitol Hill is that members are scared for their own safety. That's something that has been going on, unfortunately, over the past few years in particular. Political violence on the rise. There have been a number of incidents, including
I'm muted. My bad. My
Minnesota
bad.
with some state lawmakers.
My bad. I was
This has
muted.
really
Oh my
changed how members
gosh.
on both sides of the aisle are operating
My
on
bad.
a day-to-day basis, because most of them do not
I
have
was
the security
muted.
detail.
Thank you.
Most of them
Thank you, Jason.
walk around without anyone protecting them, and when they go home in their districts, they're having these events similar to what Charlie Kirk was having, where it's this open forum.
I hope you guys heard about.
You
You probably didn't hear what I said then.
and so they
All right, it is what it is. It is what it is, man.
That's going to have an impact on how they interact with their constituents.
It is what it is.
Campaign. They have
Kirk
tried to
was
take
born a
steps in
Christian
recent years
and
to
spoke the
increase
truth.
security, but this has just been something that
Absolutely.
And while everyone on both sides of the aisle is saying political
I
violence,
strongly disagree with Kirk.
that there's an answer that everyone can agree on how best to do that. Speaker Mike
And thought he spread misinformation and gaslighted the culture wars. However, I do not condone murdering for exercising their First Amendment rights. Absolutely agree with you, the truth.
We can settle disagreements and disputes.
They were exercising their Second Amendment rights. That's true too.
And those comments were
Oh man, R.I.P. Charlie, man. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you.
After it was announced, though, Speaker Mike Johnson put out a statement again reiterating
Charlie did not speak. Bluegrass says, bluegrassing man.
reminder again of why this is hitting so close.
Charlie did not speak misinformation and gaslighting. Some people think he did, but I don't think he did either. Honestly, for me, Charlie was, like I said, I didn't agree with everything he said either, but he was really level-headed. Honestly, he was really level-headed, and both sides, I believe, both sides understood his words. I mean, like, it's not like he was out here like spewing crazy stuff. He was just talking common sense stuff.
Suspect of the person who shot and killed Charlie Kirk.
It's unfortunate, man.
Questions around security.
This is very, very unfortunate.
Questions around what happened. As we are
Very
waiting to hear
unfortunate.
more. We're going to keep this live shot up because we want to bring that to you as soon
The
as.
second, Tim Riggs says the Second Amendment does not include murder. 100% agree with you. That's why this guy, when he gets caught, should get the max.
You look at just the last couple of months here.
Absolutely.
You had not just the obviously the incident today. You had the
Absolutely
CDC
should
shooting
get the
that happened
max.
Not too long ago. You had a Republican member of Congress who said he was nearly run off the road this summer by somebody who wanted to kill him and his family. You had, of course, the horrific death of a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband, the shooting of another state lawmaker there and his wife. The list, unfortunately, could go on.
I can't believe it.
Assassination attempts against former President Trump.
I can't believe it, man. Charlie Kirk. Yeah, he's dead, Robert.
In context,
He's dead. It's confirmed.
there is real concern.
He was probably dead on the scene, honestly, but they just held it.
Political violence that we've seen.
Yeah, in fact, the trial of one of those attempted assassins
Sad, man.
of Donald
It's
Trump
absolutely
is
sad.
ongoing this week in Florida. So there has just been a ton of
Shout outs to everyone that came in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you again for tuning in. I really do appreciate y'all viewership. RIP to Charlie Kirk, man. We will always remember him.
It's just sort of a lot
You
easier.
know, regardless of if you disagree with him or not, his movement was huge. His movement and his voice was big, and that's all he really did, man. He just spoke on the microphone, and he can make a crowd come out, man. That's all he did. He didn't cause any violence. He didn't shoot anybody. He didn't hurt anybody.
What we know thus far, but you've seen this massive pullback from the FBI and the Justice Department into the domestic terrorism.
Charlie Kirk said children should watch public executions.
Problems with
Well, they did.
of those acts of political violence that happened there. So the repercussion from
You
that,
serious, Ernie?
from those pardons and from that
You serious?
has been this massive retreat from a domestic terrorism at the FBI, where you've seen essentially the shutdown of a domestic terrorism unit, and a lot of people in fear about going after anyone or investigating any potential domestic extremists. So what we know at the moment is that there by all
Come on now,
there's
dog.
no indication that this was
Come on,
one person,
man.
which is when it is easier to pick up these sort of investigations or detect these sort of plots ahead of time, and we don't even know, who the suspect is at this point. So, there are a lot of open questions about that. But as we've been discussing,
Just gonna just hold my tongue.
Are the ones that
hold
are
my
the
tongue.
sort of soft targets are the ones that are the most vulnerable.
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, man. R.I.P. Charlie.
Like this.
Ryan, you also obviously cover the Justice Department, you cover federal law enforcement. We know that the FBI Director, Kash Patel, early on as this story was developing, before we learned that Charlie Kirk had in fact died, said that the FBI was monitoring this, that the FBI was obviously working with folks on the ground on this. That is typical in a act of apparent political violence like this, right?
That is, yes, and I mean they, have also been assisting, but there's also the questions of which. Obviously, this is something they've been very publicly reacting to. The Minnesota one, investigation was not one that there was a huge response to. The burning, the arson.
I'll look it up, Ernie.
At Josh
But
Shapiro's home is not something that the FBI really got involved in. So, there are questions.
The disrespect is real.
The FBI about which of these cases.
Disrespect is so real.
Priority.
Anyone who says yes in this poll is truly going to hell.
The administration on cases against their
people, man.
enemies, and
they saying it's trolls, but
against their political enemies.
I think it's just actual people's feelings here.
As normal, this
I actually think it's people's feelings.
The FBI would have gotten involved with, even if we weren't in the current situation. This is something that appears to be an assassination attempt against.
It's sad,
major,
honestly.
Political figure,
sad.
And the FBI would be
contributing really
resources to that in any function that they could. We don't ultimately know where the charges will come down, whether that'll be on the state level or on the federal level. There's always a little bit of a complication with figuring out what the federal hook is going to be. In certain instances, you have to find what
sad,
the federal
man.
charge exactly would be.
So we had, at one point, we had like 12% saying yes, he deserved it.
Depending on the state, might instantly bring death penalty on the table.
Ryan Riley, thank you very much. I know you're continuing to report out this story.
What are you talking about?
It is now just past 6 o'clock on the East Coast, 4 o'clock in
I'm reviewing a video,
news conference now
having conversation with the people
law enforcement officials any minute on the
about Charlie Kirk dying. That's what we're doing
here and bring you up to speed in case you're just joining us. Again, this is a
what you
live
doing
look
here
now in Utah, that news conference that we expect to begin possibly any minute, sometime in the next couple of minutes. It obviously has not started yet. We expect the governor to be there.
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, man.
From Utah Valley.
You didn't deserve it, brother. You didn't deserve it. I don't care what nobody says. He didn't deserve to die.
The person who killed him.
Free speech is no longer free, man. It comes at a price, man. Comes at a price.
We
Sick.
obviously are going to be asking about that. We are hoping to hear more from that at that news conference in just a moment. We have a lot of teams.
They mad because they can't bring a crowd like this.
Hundreds of people had gathered to hear Kirk speak. You can see some of those crowds there in a variety of video that has come in from people who were on the ground when this happened. We are going to show you the video.
Who is Charlie and why he died? Charlie is one of the biggest conservative influencers out there in these streets. Why did he die? Because somebody hated his voice. Somebody hated what he stood for. I believe that's the motive.
Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
But why? Just because.
You hear people in the crowd yelling. You hear
the same reason they try to take out Trump, just because they don't like him.
Eyewitnesses on the scene who say they ran, who say they ducked, who say there was.
He got shot in the neck.
Of this shooting here,
just because of his mouthpiece.
Kirk, just 31 years old, married with two young kids, two toddlers, ages 1 and 3. He is somebody who is extraordinarily well known in
when they released the picture of this guy,
major influence in Trump.
y'all already know what time it is.
He fought for President Trump, for Vice President J.D. Vance, both of whom are reacting tonight to the death of Charlie Kirk. I want to bring in among the correspondents covering this.
Oh, you Italian?
Gutierrez, who is joining us now from the
Shout out to my Italians, man.
lowered to half staff.
Yeah, that's right, Hallie.
America is definitely dangerous, but it's not as bad as people may think it is, honestly. Certain places, definitely. Don't go there. But, you know, in a general sense, America's pretty safe.
Joe Biden. We've heard from California.
I definitely got to go to Italy though.
Disgusting. Obama
definitely
calling it despicable, and also from the president's family, Donald Trump Jr. as well as the who is extremely close to Charlie Kirk, Vice President J.D. Vance, and on down. Many.
I thought they said that wasn't the shooter. Is it Bizer?
White House officials earlier who seemed devastated.
I know they arrested an elderly man, but they said that wasn't the actual shooter.
Hallie, you've been mentioning this, but Charlie
Who do you think killed Charlie? I think it was someone that probably just really didn't like his movement, didn't like what he stood for. I don't know if it's an actual like leftist or whatever the case may be, but it's just someone that couldn't stand his guts.
Huge influence in this movement. He is seen as perhaps doing more than many members of Congress, Republicans, in getting Donald Trump reelected because he was so influential with that youth movement. Again,
it was the old guy.
Years old, seen here at the White House many times during the first Trump administration, and developing that close personal friendship with Donald Trump Jr. He went with him to Greenland earlier.
You'd be pickpocketed every 2 minutes in Italy.
Shock and sadness here at the White House over the last several hours. As soon as
I'd rather be pickpocketed than shot, though. I'll be honest with you.
Campus in Utah, Hallie.
Gabe Gutierrez. Gabe, thank you very much for that. I'm going to ask you to stand by.
Yeah, it wasn't confirmed. The old guy was not confirmed, Cash. Thank you. The old guy was arrested. He was detained, but he's not. We don't. They said that the suspect is still out there. He's still at large.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Chase,
Unless something new happened. We're watching this live, so you know they would say something if they actually have the shooter, but they're investigating where the shooter is.
As soon as it happens. But Chase, tell me where you were. What happened when
there's multiple footage of someone fleeing from the roof after the shooting? Really?
Yeah, I'm assuming you've seen the overhead footage up and to the left of him, above on that balcony area, looking down. When
I've been to Italy many times, never even tried.
Were you with him? Were you two together?
Shout outs to Italy, man. I'm gonna go there. We definitely gonna go to Italy.
See it in the footage right now on screen. Just the triangle point you was actually.
What up, YNW Melly? In the building.
You had both attended the event to be able to watch and to listen. What was happening in the minutes before this shooting? Presumably, from the video that we've seen.
What do I mean? Did he deserve this or did he not deserve it? It's simple.
Yeah, very full campus.
It's simple.
A lot of noise.
No, he did not. Absolutely, he did not. But you know, there's some people in there, as you guys could clearly see.
And he was actually on
it's disgusting.
Second person, I believe, when it happened.
It's disgusting.
Fairly early on in the event, is that fair?
Yeah.
Probably maybe 15 minutes ish around there, maybe 20.
Okay. And Logan,
R.I.P. to Charlie, man.
Can you tell me what you heard?
It's disgusting.
One shot? Did you hear people yelling? Give me a sense of that.
Yeah, so
nobody expected this to happen, man.
I was checking the audio for the news team.
I followed him too, but again, I woke up today thinking this is gonna be a chill day, right? The regular day, cooling. Then I seen this, I was like, no way Charlie Kirk is dead, bro. No way they shot him. Then I looked at the video and automatically was like, no way Charlie Kirk is dead, bro. No way.
And see the entire crowd just getting down. And
you saw it coming, Cash?
And I'm like, oh, this is real. Someone has a gun. And then I left it rolling and I got away.
That's sad, man. We can't even have conversation anymore.
Had he fallen? Had his security?
Oh, he didn't take security serious. But he had security there.
Yeah, so his security team grabbed him after he got shot and they pulled him to the ground to get him out of
Yeah, his security team was right there as soon as he got shot. Their security was all over him, but it's just he was wide out in the open. So like,
you immediately know that it was a
like
shot.
by the time the bullet left the gun, it was already in his neck.
But there's such a history of divisiveness of Charlie that like, and there's this air of controversy while you're there.
He wasn't evil itself. What's that mean? AA. That's not English.
The second we heard a noise, just naturally.
If you watch his video and how close he allowed people to, it was obvious.
Where did you go?
I mean,
I went.
but like that's what he's there for. He's there to talk to people. Like,
balcony, and we just went right in those doors.
why?
And
Why do you have to now worry about someone trying to take you out?
Tell you to remain where you were? Did you talk with any law enforcement? Was there any kind of sort of investigatory procedure?
You know, I'm not saying that, you know,
when I had stepped back
like
from my camera, there were policemen.
he didn't have the best security or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying he's having conversation. I'm having conversation with you.
Yeah, of course.
You know, we trying to get somewhere in life. We just chatting. No rah, no fighting, just chatting. And somebody from 200 yards away is trying to take me out. Like, that's crazy, bro.
Help us understand, like, how far away from where you were is that building? We're looking at a map visually, but you know this campus. Explain this to us.
From where I was, I think it was about maybe 50 feet away.
Watch his interview with the black girl who said Charlie didn't know who she was.
I see. So more on that upper deck, kind of behind where you were standing, Logan.
He's interviewed a lot of them.
Yeah, and after looking at footage from
a lot of college students,
from other perspectives like this one, once the shot happens, it seems like the upper levels get cleared out a lot quicker, which makes me think that it was closer and people heard it first.
Got it. And Chase, to enter or exit that area, was there any security either at the event or is there generally any security in that particular space?
There was good security. There was right above where he was at was completely clear. There was police officers.
That's my daughter, y'all.
Officers inside patrolling, obviously with him as you see in the video. And so
He did
very
fine.
quickly there were officials and law enforcement asking us to move.
Got it. And to enter the event,
that's what you said. Oh, that's what you mean. I mean, okay.
To go through any metal detectors? Is that
Like she was like, "Oh, you're gonna find out about me, and you're gonna find out soon."
There weren't any that I saw. I just walked right up.
That was an open threat.
Okay.
Do I think she did it?
Anything you want people to know about this experience today,
But-
about what has happened in what is, as you well know, a horrific shooting that is reverberating not just here in Washington but around the world tonight?
I think our heart just breaks.
Evil itself associated with the figure of
It's
Satan.
weird. You see things like
Are you
this
saying
all the
he's
time.
evil, or are you saying
Or
it's evil?
desensitized to it, but,
Like the situation.
hearing something like that in your life and kind of seeing it is heartbreaking.
And just our prayers go out to his family, and we hope that they're doing all right.
I get you, Cash.
And
I
Logan,
get you.
both students at the school, thank you so much for being
I
with
get
us
you.
and for recounting your experience here.
It's sad, though.
Thank you, and glad you're both okay.
Thank you.
We are waiting for that news conference to begin any minute. The Utah governor, other officials.
Maybe not, but that's the climate Charlie was dealing with. Yeah.
They have been doing a
Yeah.
variety
No,
of
I get you.
things to get ready for this. We don't really have firm timing guidance
Maybe
here.
like
We've just
5
been
more
notified
minutes.
that it will happen at some point soon. We're going to bring that to you the second.
5 more
it
minutes,
begins.
all right?
While
I
we do, I want
promise.
to bring in NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hilliard. who
I'm
covers
about
the
to
White
get
House
out of here
and
soon,
long
y'all.
coverage
Sorry,
campaign,
but
along with our law
it was a
enforcement
good
correspondent,
stuff.
Vaughn Riley. Vaughn, Charlie Kirk, you
His
look at somebody like him,
Charlie's conduct was
young,
evil.
31 years old. He has been in politics for more than a decade. He was the youngest speaker,
don't know
believe,
about
at the
that one,
2016
yeah.
Republican National Convention. He spoke in 2020. He spoke in 2024. He is somebody who has mobilized
I don't
and
know
helped
about
to
that one,
mobilize
yeah.
young conservatives to rally them behind President Trump, candidate Trump. Tell us more for people who aren't as familiar with him about who he is.
Right, I think, Hallie, folks that even
But
cover
I get you. It comes with the
today,
territory.
it's striking
It comes with the
to be
territory.
reminded
Like if
Charlie
you're
Kirk is
doing,
31 years
if
old.
you're doing this
There's
stuff,
been such
this
a
political
presence
stuff,
in American politics
and
for the last decade. Back in 2016,
you dealing with a
his
lot of people, a
organization
lot
that
of different
started
personalities,
USA, he
people
started
that
back in
actually do
2012,
not want to
and
hear
really took
nothing
off
about
in
what you're talking about.
2016 when
latched
and
on.
you're facing them
And
up
certainly
front and
candidates like
face,
Donald Trump
like
and
you're
holding
facing them
course
one
over
on
the
one.
last decade, he's
That is a
slowly built this
difficult territory to be in for
organization
sure.
into a several $100 million mammoth operation, political operation that some would contend
He was promoting
rivals that
hatred
of the
towards
RNC, Republican
minorities.
National Committee. This is
What are you?
somebody. I was
What?
actually flew to Chicago today for an event with
Did
Attorney
you
General
did
Pam
you
Bondi
actually
and
watch him, or did you
HHS
like see
Secretary Robert
clips?
F. Kennedy Jr. And the news of the
Because
shooting, it came on our flight back.
that's not the Charlie Kirk I know.
And when you're talking about Attorney General Pam Bondi and RFK, these are both individuals that had struck up relationships.
That's not
Pam
the
Bondi
Charlie Kirk
considered a
I
close
watched.
friend. And that's kind of the reality across the entire Trump administration, even beginning with J.D. Vance. Back in 2022, I covered the Ohio Senate primary race that was competitive, that J.D. Vance barely won.
Yeah. Honestly,
that night that he won that race, he credited Charlie Kirk, who had been there
if
with
I
him
ever,
in the days leading up to that
I don't
victory,
think I'll be
helping
ever
to boost
in
his
this
candidacy.
position
He's also
anyways,
close
but
friends with Don Jr.
if I'm
So
ever like at a rally
this is
and I'm the
somebody
one
that you
speaking,
had, were
I
involved
need
in,
bulletproof
you know,
glass
MAGA world in any which way, which really the Republican
surrounding
Party has
the
become
whole
over the
my
years.
whole 360.
You will have run across
I'm not
Charlie
speaking.
Kirk, and that is why
I'm not walking
there
up
is
to a
father
microphone.
and a
I'm not
husband
doing none of
that
that
was killed today,
unless
but also
there's
somebody that
bulletproof
had become over the last decade
360
a really
all the way
important,
around.
influential figure inside of today's Republican
I'm
Party.
not going out. I'm not going
I'm
out
going to ask
like
you to
that.
stand by for a moment, and that is incredibly helpful context around who Kirk
I like
is,
you, but I don't know. But you don't know him.
going
I appreciate you, man. I'm not.
just a nightmare right
I'm not saying that you're wrong or you're completely right, but
whoever did this has
that's just not the Charlie that I know. You know what I'm saying? The Charlie that I know was, he talked about gun violence. He talked about men versus women. He talked about equality. Like it wasn't like a hatred towards a certain race or a hatred toward minority type.
There was then a backtracking from the school, and so far as we know, again, 6:15.
Diego says, "R.I.P. Charlie." I'm about to close the poll. All right? Because I'm about to.
Something like this it's natural that
I'm about to close the poll now. So if you guys want to get your final votes in, go ahead, do it now.
And kind of went viral.
We're gonna close the poll. We had 324 people that voted.
Hopefully, they're saying it was from this one building.
The poll is closed, man. Thank you guys for voting. I appreciate y'all.
And they don't have anyone in there, so they're now assuming.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all.
Scope of the original crime.
Diego.
Come out in a press release because now the amount of time has passed and everyone leaving. They're going to have to now start reviewing everything.
Diego says, "RP Charlie, I supported none of your efforts and beliefs. Ironically, Charlie did state that gun deaths are an unfortunate consequence of upholding the Second Amendment. Hope he meant that. RIP.
We know that there were hundreds, if not, we've heard estimates of maybe 2,000
RIP, man.
people who
RIP.
come out to attend this TPUSA
RIP.
Campuses have a lot of cameras, like modern cities and stuff.
See,
so
I can actually deal with a person like Diego where he's like, he's a troll, but he's not like overly disrespectful.
When we start looking at something like this, the Boston bombing,
Because some of them in here is crazy, man. Some of them in here is crazy.
to review it all because it takes.
At least he said R.I.P.
And how do you do it?
At least he said
I
R.I.P.
think they have better systems now, and that's where the bureau's probably going to come in. That they can put
Diego, go find Dora and spam her chat. I'm asleep.
If you have a video of this event, if you have
People are finding out what the truth is, and they don't like what they're seeing. Communities are nor individuals, and we don't care control communities. Don't care control communities. You can only be good rep for a community via actions or your individual actions. I agree with that last statement 100%. That's why I don't deal with communities anymore. At this point in time, I'm dealing with my own people, like people that want to be around me. Don't matter what you look like, don't matter what you sound like. People that are my people, we understand what's going on. We understand.
in some of the more
And that's every shape, that's every color, that's every size, every gender.
When that person then gets
If you for me and I'm for you, we got each other's back. If you not, say goodbye, coach. We don't need you around. Regardless of hating or liking him, it shouldn't have turned into murder. 100% agree with you, Gabby. 100% agree with you. A lot of people do. It's sad, man. It really is. But R.I.P. Charlie. Again, your legacy will always be remembered. We ain't gonna forget you, man. We don't always have to disagree on politics, and we don't always have to disagree on how we feel. I mean, agree on how we feel about certain things, but you know, violence. Come on, man. Violence is not the answer for none of this. It's only gonna cause more violence. And we're gonna see what the rebuttal is. Unfortunately, we're gonna see what the rebuttal is for this. I don't want to see any more violence in America, but it seems like we're just living in an evil society over here, man. Very evil society.
There's thousands of videos and pictures that law
Shout out to you,
enforcement
Joseph. Thank you.
And that's where the federal agencies can come in because they have the people. Obviously, the campus police, they don't have the personnel.
Dave says, will Charlie Kirk be MAGA's George Floyd?
Thousands of people.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
And to get the video in, get
it's not the same.
There, try to talk to them. And the problem is when a shooting happens like this and it's a bowl-like event, every witness thinks that the
Charlie was one of a kind.
When you talk about sound and how
in the political arena, he did not deserve to be killed. May God rest in peace. May he rest in peace. I pray for his family and his wife. Amen. Thank you for dropping that.
You're going to probably have a way to physically come in, to turn your phone in, to take the video. There's going to be a way to do it online and such because, again,
I think this hired assassin's nut job don't plan to exist.
There's always in a moment like this, unfortunately, horrific as any shooting is.
Yes, absolutely, Joseph. Wild times we live in.
Around the security that was in place.
All time. Hey man, if y'all typing in the chat, man, come on, bro. At least proofread it, bro. Y'all got me up here butchering y'all comments, man. At least give me something.
Others say there was a robust law enforcement presence here.
Like, I'm already butchering names. I shouldn't be butchering the sentence y'all putting on too.
What was intended to be a dialogue.
It's smooth though, man. It's smooth. I love y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for real.
This was a presidential event, and we saw one get into President Trump's when he's his assassination attempt that was within inches of killing him. And there you have the Secret Service, you have law enforcement that are looking for snipers and such. A campus event that. And this is one of the first. This is an influencer that was assassinated.
I'm gonna head out of here soon, y'all. I'm gonna head out of here soon.
They've shown up at their doorsteps and other that you've talked about.
I really do appreciate y'all. I'm gonna actually stop it there because I gotta get ready to go. I got work tonight still. Unfortunately, we gotta go back to grind. You know what I mean? But yo, man, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all are the greatest, man. Y'all are really I do this because I'm having fun, man. Like, you guys make this so easy to do. And I love it, man. I love seeing you guys in the comments. I love chatting with y'all. And hopefully eventually I'll get to, meet y'all in person and discuss, or just chill and kick back. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means, OG. BMW. You're just talking about the car? Cool. But nah, I thank you guys. I really do. It's been a dope episode. RIP to Charlie Kirk. We're praying for his family. We're praying for his kids. We want the best for his kids. We don't want them to grow up thinking that this is a society where we need to resort to violence over our beliefs or our dialogue. And we praying just for peace, man, for peace and really just understanding. Everybody is doing their own thing, and just, sometimes we could just get clouded and we forget about, people's actual feelings and whatever. But, it's very important that we, stay level headed in situations to where we don't result to throwing our lives away. You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I thank you guys. I really do. Y'all been great. He is associated with Alex Jones. He's associated with a lot of people. He's a huge figure. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He's a huge guy. He was big time in this space. But doesn't mean that he deserved to die, man. That's all. That's all, man. Just because of dialect, like you said, AA. Me and you, we don't agree on everything. I'm pretty sure me and you don't agree on everything, but shoot, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anybody that disagree with me unless they trying to hurt me. You know what I mean? That's a different story. But like, violence is not the answer, man. Evil is just not the answer. And we'll see where this goes from here. But I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I really do. Make sure you guys, if y'all are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, man, we'll be back. We'll be back soon. Again, RIP to Charlie Kirk, man. We love you. We love your family. Best of luck. Peace.